Hey, what's up? My name is Shivam and in today's video I will be showing you my camera rig and my camera gears that I use to make these videos. I can think some of the people who would be interested in my camera gear, like what camera do I use, what lens do I use, or lights, etc, etc. Before we start, I want to say that all these things took me years to collect and build, and it could be overwhelming for some people, especially if you're a YouTuber, but you don't need all these things to make good videos. When you're starting out, you just need a camera or a smartphone that can record a video. That's it. I only started investing in these gears when I was making enough from YouTube, so don't stress out and enjoy this video. And by the way, if you want to check anything, you can find all these things in the description below. So I started my journey with the Nikon 1J1. It was a fantastic camera to begin with. I used that for years and then saved enough to get a Canon 70D, and man, it was a blessing. The videos and photos improved in folds. I still have this camera and take photos with this and sometimes use it as a B cam. Then I purchased the Panasonic GH4 in 2018, which I'm using right now to record this video. Even though GH5S was in the market, but I got a stellar deal on the GH4, so I ended up with that. So this camera is being used as the A cam for all these videos, and to be honest, it is an amazing camera. Even in 2022, I don't feel the need to upgrade to anything. The image quality is great, colors are awesome. The only thing missing from this camera is the autofocus, and that's why whenever I will upgrade, I'll get the Canon R5C. The lens that I'm using with the GH4 is the Sigma 18-35 f1.8 Canon mount with the Viltrox M2 adapter, which converts the micro four thirds to Canon mount and also give me an extra strobe of light, so I think it goes below like f1.4 aperture. I also have my friend's Sony a7 III, which I don't use much. The color science is awful and it takes hours to correct the colors, so yeah. One unique camera I also have is this vintage Pentax camera. My mamaji gave this to me and I never used it, but I wanted to, so maybe someday I'll take the time out to test this camera out, buy some reels, batteries, whatever goes into this. But for now, it's going back into the wardrobe. Other than that, I have the Tokina 11-20, which is a great wide angle lens. I use it for shooting these talking head videos as well. It gives a very engaging look. You should try that definitely. Get a wide angle lens or just try it on your smartphone if you have one. You will get a very interesting look. I also use Canon STM 18-135 lens, which is a kit lens from time to time. And last but not least, I also have the Canon 50mm, the Nifty 50. Wait a second. So this is the Canon 50mm f1.8, the Nifty 50, the Sensex. And it is only collecting fungus or dust. Moving to the accessories and mounting system, to protect the camera and mount things, I have this small rig cage on my GH4 with the top handle from the small rig as well. I also have a couple of more things from small rig, which I'll discuss in a minute. First, I know a lot of you guys are looking at this thing. So you might know that some cameras have IR for controlling the camera with a remote. The Canon 70D had one, but this one doesn't, so this is a small and mighty device which enables the camera to be controlled with the remote. It won't take over all the settings of your camera, but you can still do a lot of things like stop motion, time-lapse, start and stop videos, take photos, etc. But I mainly use it to start and stop the video only. Otherwise, I had to get up and do it manually, which would break the flow. Now to view the media, I'm using the Fieldworld F6 Plus, which is the 5.5-inch touch display. The main reason I bought this for was because being a screen, it can also give power to my camera, so I only have to charge this Sony NPF battery. It saves a lot of hassle as you don't have to track each and every type of battery in the house. Now the camera itself is mounted on the Manfrotto head, which is mounted on the Zeal 3-feet slider, that is mounted on the Manfrotto ball head, which is again mounted on a Manfrotto tripod. This setup remains the same as we use this for both shooting videos like A-rolls and B-rolls. The slider stays there so that if we want to take a quick shot, we can do so. Now the slider is supported by these two magic arms or friction arms, which makes the slider sturdy. Otherwise, it sags on one side when you move the camera. Now for the lighting, it started with natural light only, and then to move things up, I made a DIY light CFL bulb in a paint bucket, and you can see the results Impressive, right? Then I bought this street light, and after using it for a few months, I got Sonia 3 bulb CFL light with the soft boxes, and used it for like 4 or 5 years straight. And recently I got this, drum roll please, Godox VL300 lights, and these are such an amazing light. The reason I was able to get these is because I had clients who could afford these for me. You might not know, but I also do commercial photography and videography, like ads, product shoots, architecture photography, videography, real estate and all that. But now it's rare that I work on those projects. Now I'm solely trying to focus on YouTube. As we are talking about lighting and awesome lighting accessories you could also add to your gear is a RGB LED light. For that I'm using the Aperture MC, which is this mighty device. This will enhance your videos and photos significantly, but you should have to have a little bit of knowledge of what colors and intensity to use, or maybe what colors look best in camera. So this is something that I'm really digging right now. Moving further with the stands and other accessories. But before that, I want to remind you that you could leave a like on this video if you're enjoying so far. Be a good guy. For the stands, nothing fancy, simple stands that you get online or in Chandni Chowk. Recently, I added this E-Image C stand into my arsenal. I primarily use this to take overhead shots, and it is an essential piece of equipment if you want to mount heavy stuff. Once in a while, I also get to take these gears with me. So for that, I'm using this Manfrotto bag. It's not cheap by any means, but when you have to pack very expensive gear that you spent your entire life collecting, you won't mind this price tag. I made a whole video on this, so if you want to check it out, then you can do so from the top right corner. Now for the accessories, I also have this small rig base plate, and with the accessories to install the 15mm rails. You know where it's going? Yes, I also have a matte box from Vodka, but I don't use this much. Yes, it improves the image quality, reduces the glare and increases the contrast, but it is very heavy and makes the rig very bulky, so I don't use it. One last thing that I have but I don't own is this Moza Air gimbal. It's not mine, neither do I use. It's only collecting dust here. I only used it once in a recent corporate video and have to say that it is a great gimbal, like every other gimbal in the market. You just need one gimbal to take all the shots. The video turned out great. If this video gets like 250 likes, I'll leave all my work in the description below. Now there might be a couple of more accessories here and there that I don't remember, but I'll link them down below in the description as well. Like I have these sandbags, clips, Lazy Susan, disc reflector, ball heads, transcend card reader, and oh, I also have this Aperture F7 light. But that's been it for today. Today we covered a lot of things, a lot of camera gear that we use in the studio, and next week I will be uploading my studio tour. Are you ready? If yes, then come back on the next Saturday 7 PM, which is my upload schedule. Set your reminders, stay safe, bye bye.